Okay, can you introduce yourselves first?
I'm Kevin Bacon.
I'm Michael Bacon.
Okay. How old were each of you when you started to play music together?
Well, I'm 9 years older, so I would say technically we were playing music together when I was probably 11 or 12 and Kevin was 3 or 4, just banging in a pot, or just, we had that kind of a family where music was a big part of it. And I had a band with my sister, and we just sort of naturally. In fact, what we're doing now is sort of just outgrowth of that. It started so long ago.
Okay, so you were both really, really young when you started playing together. When was like an actual band formed from that? With you two, anyway.
We had I played backing Michael up when I was about 13, and he was a solo act. And then with the Bacon Brothers and this, kind of formation that we have now was, I think, around 1995.
Okay.
And we really just put the band together for one show. I had a friend. We'd been writing songs for a long time, and I had a friend for a long time. Just give us like.
Oh, sorry, didn't realize you. Sorry.
No problem. We had a friend from Philadelphia where we grew up, and he had heard some demos that we had done of songs, and said, "Why don't you guys come down and play in Philadelphia and call yourselves the Bacon Brothers?" So we did.
I know your sister. You said your sister, I think, Hilda, right?
Yeah.
She was with you for. Were y'all like an actual band too before you joined in, or?
Yeah, we had a joke band. I don't know if you know what that is. It actually was a form of music that came out of the South, where black people couldn't afford an instrument, so they used washboards and washed up basses and guitars and banjos and harmonicas, whatever the cheapest instruments were. And it was kind of the rage when I was growing up, and we had a jug band. It was great. We loved it. Kevin used to listen to us rehearse on our the instruments. It was a lot of fun.
Well, how would you describe your music now? Like, is there a certain mood that you guys try to convey with your music, and do you think that you do that, achieve that mood?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always about conveying some kind of a mood. The mood that you were sort of in when you created the song, I think, is really the mood that you're putting out there. And we don't really try to have any one specific kind of sound. We sort of write the songs and then let the song take us to where where the song is going to sound like.
So you're both really involved with the movie industry. So how do you balance that with being in the band?
If only we could figure it out. It's been kind of a hopeless situation for 15 years, but we've always worked it out. When Kevin gets a movie, he could be sent around the other side of the world, and we have jobs booked, but we just kind of deal with it and just try to juggle stuff, and somehow it's all worked out.
So have you had to like cancel shows before because you're doing a movie or something like that?
Yeah, we have. Not that many, surprisingly, but we have had to cancel a few. Or sometimes they get postponed. Yeah. I mean, the thing that's hard is that it seems like the music jobs sometimes get booked before the acting does. And I found myself on planes, trains, and automobiles sometimes trying to get to some place where we happen to have a show, and where I happen to.
Kevin's very good at getting somewhere somehow or other. Whether it's jumping on a helicopter or whatever, we'll always try to make it work.
I'm good at like I've traveled so much, and I'm good at figuring out what the possibilities are actually geographically, and time differences and red eyes and all that kind of stuff. But it's a challenge.
He's a good sport. Let's put it that way.
Well, do you guys think that being brothers affects either writing songs or performing or anything? Like, is it easier to communicate, or is it called like fights on tours, anything like that?
I think it's. I mean, this is a business. We have people that work with us, and agents and managers, and when you're in business with your brother, there's a certain level of trust that you start with, which is really great. So, in terms of how we get to the point where we actually play for an hour and a half like today, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and having a brother involved is great. Then when you get on stage, I think we're really very different, and we have different sensibilities about what music should be, and we've influenced, we're always pulling back and forth. You know, like I play the cello. I love to play the cello. Is that a rock and roll instrument? No. So we're not really a rock band. We have some rock songs. We have some other kinds of things. So I think that tension between who we are being different is a big part of it. Plus, we are brothers, so we do have a lot of background similarities.
Right. What have been your favorite films that either one of you have been involved with, and why?
Gosh, you know,
No,
I
there's
really
been a
don't
lot.
pick favorites. You know, I don't really rate them in that kind of a way. I mean, and I honestly don't go back and look at them. The other thing that's kind of interesting about films is that, you know, for people, when they look at a film, they see the film. For me, it becomes sort of like a bookmark for a certain point in my life. You know what I mean? Whether it was, you know, sort of my own coming of age, or the birth of a child, or getting married, or, you know, death of, you know, someone close to you. That's like when I think about the films, I think about that time in my life as much as I do the characters and all the other stuff.
Do you have a favorite?
Well, I guess I had to say I did a documentary a long time ago about the Wyeth family. Andrew Wyeth, his father, who was a well-known illustrator, and the whole family was very interesting. And it was one of the first jobs I ever got, and that was special. But the nice thing for me, different than for Kevin, is when I write a piece of music, I have the music separated from the film. So I have this enormous library of stuff I've written for films, but it all exists independent of the film, so I can listen to it and put it on my website. And I think that's one of the things I really love about my work, is it forces me to be constantly writing music.
So, who have been some of your favorite musicians to either write a song with or perform alongside or anything like that?
We love the band. That's a band that is, you know, really influential.
It's a really bad name. Why didn't they come up with a real name? The band, but some people go, well, what's the band? Anyway, that was the name of it. Do you know the band?
No.
Oh, they were called the band. If you don't know them, you should. And we got an opportunity at the last minute to open for them at Carnegie Hall one time. And then a few of the players, we also played another show with them, and that was great, a lot of fun.
Great. So you guys have both been enormously successful in, you know, from Emmys and Oscars, big movies and all kinds of things. So what would you, and even in music, would you have any advice for people going into music or movies industry?
Well, I think you have to really be ready to devote yourself to it for the long haul. I think both of us feel like if someone wants to kind of dabble or try it out for a while, or, you know, give it a shot, as they say, it's probably not the right person to go into it, because there's going to be a lot of slings and arrows along the way. There's a lot of competition. There's, you know, a lot of heartbreak, and the amount of people that can actually end up making a living, either as a musician or as an actor or a filmmaker or whatever, is a very slim percentage of the amount of people that think that that's what they want to do. So, you know, but once you're in it, then you gotta wake up every day and do something towards achieving your dream, and you hang in there long enough, hopefully you get to, you know, at least make a living in it.
What do y'all think about a lot of the current musicians, like superstars that just kind of came out of nowhere, like Justin Bieber or like Lady Gaga or whatever? Like, y'all have been in this for a long time, since 1995, since you said, and a lot of people just know you as the movie industry. They don't really know that you're even musicians. So what do you think about people who just kind of seem to come out of nowhere?
Look, I mean, I think it doesn't really matter where you come from, whether it's out of nowhere or if you know, have been working 30 years to become an overnight sensation. I think that, you know, it's just about whether or not you can affect people and you know, make music that makes people feel something. If you can, you have a right to do it.
And lastly, how did y'all end up playing Family Gras? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. We have a booking agent, and offers come in, and we try to make them work. Plus, the team. First of all, we played New Orleans once.
I was about to ask if you played New Orleans.
Yeah, we did
before.
House of Blues, but we had to leave immediately, so I never even got a chance to see the town.
Oh,
So
yeah,
one of the benefits, the side benefits, is you get to come to a place like this. And my wife came down with me. We were going to stay a couple of days and have a chance to. So we lucked out. You know, it just happened and we lucked out.
Yeah, New Orleans is a great place.
Yeah,
A lot of
definitely.
places that you should
I can't
go
wait to
to.
see it. I've seen we were on Bourbon Street last night for dinner, and then so hopefully I'll get a chance to really hang out and see everyone.
Cafe Du Monde.
Cafe what?
Cafe Du Monde.
Dumont.
It's just coffee and beignets, but it's so good. They have them all over. They have one. I think they have one right down Veterans Street.
Oh, okay.
Go after the show. It's good. But yeah.
Okay.
That's it.